Chair now recognizes Representative Self.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Secretary, for being here with us today. State Department has over 1,500 domestic offices in the United States, all for a department that, as Benjamin Franklin on the wall up there, was meant for foreign policy. Can you elaborate on your plans to merge, eliminate, consolidate these offices?
So thank you for that question, Congressman. So the reorganization, which we just sort of began to execute on Friday, will eliminate 100 offices, merge another 100 or so offices, so that the key functions that we want to continue will continue under a combined office. We do have a number of, in federal buildings all over the countries, you've got folks who are processing or taking applications for passports and whatnot, but it does seem that we do have probably more offices than we need for a foreign policy department in the United States.
And could you comment, and I'll leave it an open question, on your plans to downsize your workforce? How is that going to be accomplished?
So what
end?
Yes. So what we just did, we did the most complicated reduction in force that the federal government has ever seen, and we did that in consultation with the Office of Personnel Management. I believe we had over 173 competitive areas. And what a competitive area is an office that performs a function. And what we were able to do is, when you're combining two offices, it is personnel agnostic. So individuals who lost their jobs there was no individual who was targeted. We asked the undersecretaries to say, what are the functions that you need to carry out this, the mission here, and what positions do you need to do that? And once those positions are identified, you then take all the employees who are in that competitive area and you basically compete them against one another based on their seniority, their tenure, their skills, and those with the highest ranking scores are the ones who are retained, and those with the lowest ranking scores are the ones that do not make the, once you reach the complement or whatever it is, 50 people that you need in office or 20, the top 20 remain and the remainder do not. So even though there were, certainly people who were qualified and great patriots who were separated from service, what you can take comfort in knowing is that the people who remained actually were selected using merit systems principles to actually have ranked as higher quality in terms of tenure, in terms of experience, in terms of skills to be able to carry out the mission.
So I think I just heard the description of a meritocracy.
Yes.
Along those lines, though, budget and planning actually coordinates with the Office of U.S. Foreign Assistance Resources in developing policy plans, programs to achieve our goals. But we have heard that decision-making is slowed down due to budget functions being spread across the M family, which includes budget and planning, and the Office of Foreign Assistance. Can you describe how you're going to streamline those offices together to meet your goals?
Yes. So that's an excellent point, and that's actually one of the key objectives of the reorganization, is taking all of these management support offices, which were spread out among the undersecretariats and even further down among all of the bureaus and offices within each undersecretariat family, and moving them up into one sort of EX bureau within each of the undersecretariats, and then moving most of those management functions over to, shockingly, the management bureau of the department. So they are the one place where most of these functions will be executed. So you won't have redundant offices throughout the department executing on the same mission.
Very good. And in the last minute that I have, can you talk about examples of feedback you got from the workforce during your drawdown planning?
Yes, thank you. We got over 650 comments from the workforce, and these were really very thoughtful comments, which showed the experience that the workforce had, both among the Foreign Service and the Civil Service, and the care that they took and the thought that they put into how things ought to work based on their experience, describing pain points that they had in their work, how it was difficult to execute on the mission, where they thought we could improve. And all of those comments were reviewed, considered, and a number of them were implemented or were used to revise what the initial reorganization plan was.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.